Hello and welcome to this episode of Spotlight 219, presented by your favorite newspaper, The Times, and Local 219, a show dedicated to highlight trending topics happening around the region and all the cool things that are going on. And for today's episode, we have the latter. This weekend at Bulldog Park, there is this South Shore Roller Derby, and to talk about that is Kelsey.
Hey.
Kelsey, what's going on?
Nothing. Excited for this weekend.
Yeah, so tell us about it. What's happening?
Yeah, so we are having a doubleheader at the Bulldog Park in Crown Point. Doors open at 5, but we'll have vendors. We'll have 2 bouts. We're playing Windy City Rollers, Third Coast, which is from Chicago. And we're defending our win from 2023 against them. So that should be fun. Mm-hmm. And then also our derailers, our B team, are playing Root River Rollers, and they're from Racine, Wisconsin. Should be a fantastic time. They usually are. So
for people who've never been to one before, can you kind of set the stage of what to expect?
Sure. So our outdoor bouts, we actually have like small vendors and local places that have tables at our bouts, and they sit outside the gate, or not the gates, but outside our ticket booth. And so you can, see local crafters. Some of like NWI Now is coming. NWI Pride Fest will be there and have a table. Some of our sponsors, Hardcore Strength and Fitness, will have a table. You can mingle around with them. We also have a bunch of food vendors that'll be there, so you can grab food, before or after the bout. And then the fun really happens. 5:30 everything opens. You grab a seat. I highly recommend bringing a chair. We have some bleachers, but it's first come, first serve. So definitely bring a chair. But that's when the show happens. You take a seat, and then all of a sudden you have this insanely amazing sporting event happening right in front of you. That is the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Well, we talked a little bit before we started taping, and you were saying that it's like traditionally most people think of maybe the roller derby as like a kind of inverted track that's kind of going down, but you guys play on all flat, right?
We do, yeah. So like traditional 70s derby was on a banked track, and is a lot faster than what we do, but ours really kind of focuses on that sportsmanship and having to play at like a slower pace. So those hits have to be like exact. Things have to be a little more aggressive, I guess, and intentional, rather than just being like, oh, I'm gonna stick my arm out and this person's gonna fall down. So we do it on a flat track, and that also makes us able to have bouts anywhere that has like a flat surface. That's why we're able to do outside bouts at Bulldog Park, and then again in September we have one in Valparaiso, and we can also play like on gym floors. We do a bout usually in March or April in the spring at the Civic Center.
So cool. How often do you guys do these?
So we try to do about once a month. At home, we do 3 of them per year. So we'll do one at the Civic Center, one at Bulldog Park, and one in Valparaiso every year. It's the same weekend every year, basically. And then we travel other places throughout the rest of the season. And that goes from March to June, then we take a break in July, and then we're back in August through November. So we played South Bend in May. We'll be playing Black and Bluegrass in Kentucky in October, and Aurora 88s in November, I believe.
So cool. And how did you get into it?
Okay. So the movie With It is how I got into it. I saw it and saw Ellen Page and was like, oh my God, I want to do that. Looked up what roller derby was there anything nearby that I could do it for, and Windy City Rollers popped up, which is so fun to be able to like play against them, but Chicago is too far for me to be able to make practices and stuff. One day on Facebook, one of my friends posted there was a call out happening in like 20 minutes at the roller rink near my house, and I was like, okay, bye, peace, I'm gonna be gone for 2 hours. Just like left the house, told my husband, didn't explain. I was like, I'll be back. And then that was it.
Wow. And now you're leading the marketing train.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so that's been 12 years roughly. I know you guys have kind of like, you talked about how 2013 was kind of the founding of the club. Mm-hmm. And so when was that when you started? How long ago was that?
I started my Skater Tot thing in 2018. So I've been since 2018. Yeah.
Awesome. And so It is a fun group that you're a part of. I know I've seen you guys out at events, and it's always been fun to see that. I have not yet been to a roller derby, and I'm kind of hyped to get to go check it out this weekend.
Yeah.
Especially in my backyard. I can't complain about that. Can you kind of fill people in a little bit on how the game is played so that when people do show up at the family-friendly event at Bulldog Park this Saturday, that they know kind of an idea of what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. So the easiest way to explain it is that each team has 5 skaters out on the track at one time. 4 of those skaters are blockers, and 1 of the skaters has a star on their head. They're a jammer. You can think of the jammer as like the ball. They're the one that scores points. So what happens is the 2 jammers start behind all of these people, and they have to break through 8 of those skaters in order to go around the track. And then every time they break through or pass a skater on the other team, they score a point after their first one. So it's a lot of like offense and defense at the same time, because you want to break your jammer through as a blocker. You want to help your jammer get through, because being behind a wall of people and stuck in that is the worst. And then but simultaneously you don't want their jammer to get through. So it's a lot of really intentional hits, making sure that you're like in another blocker's way sometimes so that they can't move to hit your jammer. It's offense and defense at the same time. It's a lot of fun. But that's the easiest way to explain it, is just watch the star, watch how many people they pass. And then if you watch the officials, they'll hold up the points.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So anything else you wanted to kind of add before we sign off here?
Sure. I did want to talk about, and we didn't have a chance to mention it before, but our group is a 501c3 organization. We're a fully 100% volunteer operating 501c3 organization, and we have 2 charities for this bout that we support. So we have a season-long charity, and that's Indiana Kids Belong, and they help foster children and foster families either find each other or help support making that happen, and coming up with like partnerships with other businesses so that they have like foster friendly events to go to or foster friendly services to use. And then this bout specifically, we are sponsoring we're not sponsoring our bout charity for this one is the Indiana Youth Group, and they create spaces for LGBTQ plus young people. They serve ages 12 to 24 who self-identify as LGBTQ plus, and their allies and peers with programs and services that are all free. So this season, our season charity will get portions of our proceeds from every bout. And then our bout charities, we ask for physical donations, and we'll give you a little gift, either like a pin or a sticker or something like that, if you bring something into the bout. Right now, they're asking for Ziploc and freezer bags, dish soap, and hygiene products.
Awesome.
We're very excited to be partnering with them this year.
Heck yeah, that's a great cause. So great cause, great entertainment, great time, family friendly. Awesome sponsorship role. Where can people go? Is it ticketed? Is it not ticketed? And if the people need more information, where can they go?
It is ticketed. So you could go to our website. It's southshorerollerderby.org. If you want to buy tickets, southshorerollerderby.org/tickets. And then we've got tickets for all of the bouts up. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at South Shore Roller Derby. And we have a Facebook event that has, updates on what's going on the weekend on Facebook. So if you want to check those out and follow it.
Well, Kelsey, thank you so much for jumping on.
Yep.
Hope to see you there on Saturday. Good luck. Stay healthy. I know that's a physical sport.
Yep, definitely. We'll hope we don't break. We're good.
But thanks for joining. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right, take care. So thank you to Kelsey for joining us today, and thank you for watching. Make sure for all news and information, go to NWI.com, the Times website, and their socials to get all the updates on what's going on locally. And then make sure to check out Local 219. Right now we have our Best Patio contest happening, so make sure you go there and vote. And each week we air another episode every Thursday at around 5 o'clock. So make sure you check that out. So have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.